Let's continue with Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. The last time we left the stream, we were about to interrogate the parrot. With Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. One camera read every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailey's bringing the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. Estoy leyendo. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is Your Honor? Please testify for us. Who is Your Honor? Hello, hello. Squawk. All right. Certainly the most concise testimony we have so far. We will begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Who is Your Honor? Hello, hello. Squawk. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? What's your name? May I should get her to say her name? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, Squawk. Mr. Wright. I think we established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does it have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, you don't think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Johnny Yogi. All we have to do is tell the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof of the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... case file DLC. The DLC case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof then? Show us or start wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us a page. Where in the file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the page suspect data. This page has all the information about Johnny Yogi, and right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Holly Jenkins. Holly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. But a mere coincidence, that's all. My grandmother has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright does this to make you my granddaughter's fiancé. She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We will need some other corroborative evidence. Where am I going to find that? We're getting close. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but of what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Let's say we made a little weird, confusing progress. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the daughter that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello, Squawk. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Alright, what do I say? What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of the safe. The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Let's see. Let's try the DLC's case again. The DLC. The DLC is what is his obsession with you in that case, Mr. Wright? Where in this file is something related to the number safe? Alright, let's go case summary. It's on the page case summary. The case summary. So it's usually the date in which the DLC incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DLC incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that day was to him. I see. I certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often say their secret numbers today. But it's not tangible proof. And I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I am number 1. That has nothing to do with the day. Nothing. That's enough. I think we'll reach a conclusion here. That this is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Johnny Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as the bailiff in this court. Order, Johnny Yogi. So what is it? So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Mouse Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, and he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent and get me off the hook. So I pretended to have a brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived, and it was a letter and a pistol. And the plan was written out in careful detail. And it was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought that it was my chance after 15 years, it was it. And finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Mouse Edgeworth. So I had no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Mouse Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it, and I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Kama, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Mount Ashworth, is innocent in this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left to unfold. Still, you are clear of suspicion of this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the matter of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Match Edgeworth not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, I guess. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth, Your Honor, I adhere to your judgment. Well, what do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we heard, Johnny Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DO6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. What do I do? If he wants to sing, let's do it. Leave it to Edgeworth. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard, and this isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There is nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years. I had a recurring dream, a nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Johnny Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. And the murderer, the criminal in the DOC incident, it wasn't me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DOCs, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. Order. This suddenly unexpected, and the defender clearly declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I'd like to take a 5-minute recess, and during this time I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. This court is adjourned. December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, right? I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edward, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your own dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth, I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Dude, like, if a toddler accidentally shoots his parents because the parent wasn't taking care of his gun, it ain't murder, it's just a terrible accident, you crazy Edgeworth. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? I was just reading through the court records once more, and I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Isn't it right? I'm going to prove that Mouse Edward is innocent of this one too. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. Well, memories be stupid like that. He just confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edward, but I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real, and the truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Alright. December 28 to 30 p.m. Court District number 3. Now then, I would like to resume the trial. Judge Mouse Edward has admitted his own guilt and has confessed to his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let defense do their cross-examination. The statute of the limitation on DLC's incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this by the book. I see, does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Mouse Edward take this time? Will the witness state his name and profession? Mouse Edward, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edward was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit, and that will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trial, and as we went to leave, an escort started trapping us in the elevator. My father and Johnny Yogi lost their composure and began to argue, and just then something heavy fell on my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Yogi, and I wanted them to stop fighting. And a moment later, there was a single shot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream, and I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours, and the oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the event. But the same claim Yogi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I got to the courtroom. As we went and leave, the aircraft started dropping us in the elevator. My father and Yogi lost composure. And just then, something heavy fell on my feet. I picked it up. A moment later, there was a single shot. Alright, let's present the DL6 incident. Are you sure you only heard one shot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded, and I was unconscious until the rescuer came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file once more time. This plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do, and you're dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim's data. Look at the victim's data in this file. It says it's quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, and yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental fire when the pistol was drawn. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware. This incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case? Yes. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. A proof that you won't be able to handle, Mr. Von Karma. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, you save your surprises for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? The DLC incident photo. There's a photo by the elevator window, and then there's a bullet in the stick. Let's present that one. Look at this photo. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth, and this proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Put on your glasses, Your Honor. Show the judge the contradiction. Here it is. As it should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, and yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order, Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness right after his shot a fire rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that We must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DLC's incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary page on page 1. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory's life was the one fired by his own son. And that is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Ahora, Mr. Wright has proven one thing as quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Von Karma says, the second bullet fire was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. All we have is a single bullet fire. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all of my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'll do it, Nick. You have to get F for declare innocent. I'm sorry. It is just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was upset and I thought I won. And I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the shot. But now, I was wrong. I think to think it could be that simple. And this case has been left unsolved 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. And that shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Mr. Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. I have been paying attention to this trial so far. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the matter of Gregory runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defense down to the right here and now. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank and I can't find the words, Mr. Wright. I have an objection. Your Honor, I object. Tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oh, Nick. I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. Time to humiliate, to hallucinate. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers for you, Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. Give me a moment to come up with something. It's just someone took it from the crime scene. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer, then. Tell us who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, who would they have found it? And it's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Ryan. And was there more pressing need for the murderer to... Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. And what's wrong, Mr. Wright? But the murderer had no reason to take that bullet. And you don't want to admit it, but it's true. Ugh. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal, think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright, oh yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Although the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you will have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not that you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what is that what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And then they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Thus leaving only one bullet at the crime scene. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Mouse Edgeworth and Johnny Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from the outside, yes? The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to start them, the boy picks out the pistol he face and throws it. The pistol dispatches and the bullet. The bullet goes to the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the man inside. Huh. And Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I ever known. And I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, and I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Ashford dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. And it must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. And he took a vacation for several months after that, you see. And yes, an unusual event for that man. And that was the first and the last vacation he had taken in many years prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from the outside. Can you give us the name of the suspect? Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect and one lost suspect. Well, this is an interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? Prove it! You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right here? Bah! You don't know yet? Huh. I see no need. Why, Your Honor, this is a ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident and yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have to need surgery. Where did I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me and have him testify. Unless if he didn't get an operation and he just learned to live with a bullet. Nick, let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Ashware. I know Van Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect, he wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That will leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Van Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane. No, he wouldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait, what does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Show evidence. Alright, Van Karma, prove it, and I even use a device, and I know how much you like it so much. What? The device that proves that Van Karma was shot is, here it is, the metal detector. Van Karma is perfect, he wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where's the bullet now? I think it's likely that Van Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? Like, I do. There's a possibility that the bullet is still inside Van Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. Well, I pulled from the scene so has like 5 bullets still inside of it, and you don't necessarily gotta pull out the bullets. We could use this metal detector. Well, Van Karma, I'm going to run this over to you and see what it finds. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside of you. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we have that we be allowed to use a metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension on this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitation was out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here and now. Enough, and I permit the use of the metal detector. Van Karma, you must submit yourself to testing or we'll force you. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Give it a shot to see if he got shot. Beep, beep, beep. In reality, something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. En el jueguito, mami. Nada, está buscando el bullet. My mom heard a beeping and we thought it was like the fire alarm going off. Mr. Van Karma, it was you. I'm afraid this will happen, and so I remain silent. And then there is a bullet on my shoulder, however, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DLC's incident. And I claim the bullet in my shoulder has no relationship to the DLC's incident. But Van Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Van Karma's shoulder was from the DLC? From the DLC? Of course he can. You don't have any of the DLC's evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you're gonna convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry for you, Mr. Van Karma. What? You were close and one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who could have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convince Edgeworth, and I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DLC incident. And here's my final proof. The percent, let's see, it's the DL6 bullet. Taken from wherever, it still bears clear ballistic markings. Alright. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is a bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Ashworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all of its ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came from the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon, and all the bullets fired from a gun are marked with a unique weapons pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet, and it's quite accurate. We had 2 bullets in our possession. One of the bullets removed from Gregory's heart. The other one, Karma, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, and then if the markings match, we will know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun, and the very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Ashworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, and then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on your bullet, and solve this case once and for all. Well, Von Karma. You done with your crazy feet? That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making it any easier. Stop breathing my air and I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. So then when he threw the gun, he heard the scream of the murder when he got shot in the shoulder. It's a scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed like a freaking lunatic when you got shot. Mr. Von Karma. Wow, Ashworth! Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. And you and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death, death. Dude. 15 years earlier, chief prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it was not like you to make this kind of error, and I would never thought that Ashworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless, and I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. And I covered for you in the past, but not this time. Ashworth. It was a shot like none I'd ever known. Me penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure, and suddenly I found myself in the darkness. And I was in the court records, and I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going, and then the room was pitch black and the lights must have gone out. And I went out into the hall and found my way to the elevator, and I pressed the button, but nothing happened. And then there was a noise. And I got shot. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain on my shoulder. And just then the lights came back on, and the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw the people inside all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation, and much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet, and I knew then it was destiny. So he wasn't like a planned serial killer. Well, he did plan the second one, but to frame Ashworth. But the first one, he just saw his chance and he took it. In his last moments, Gregory Ashworth was still unconscious, and he died never knowing who shot him. And later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. And he was full, and that was the perfect crime. This. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Josh, well, what are you going to do? Do your job, bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze, and 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, yes, Your Honor, you were innocent, and you still are innocent. And as you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Well, it's good that he's a prosecutor and not a defense attorney because, as a prosecutor, he can, go after whoever, and it's defense attorneys that gotta win a reputation to find clients. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Upon camera, looking even paler than usual. And he pretended to be your cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. You crushed him. And I gotta say, I'm impressed. Hey, it was pretty close, though. And I was sure we really had it. I know, and I was on the verge of tears myself the whole time. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right, yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? I think you could have done better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You gotta learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through this like I thought you would. And I'll never forget this, and I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. And yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? We'll just use a credit card. See, Mr. Ashford, you should have a gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. Huh, I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time, you'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey y'all, Laura, and you were great in there, and thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congratulations. Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. I just look at you, you wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Oh yeah, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you gonna do, Laura? Oh, me? I went back to college, and I gave up to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. And you'll probably give up on college as well, just as quickly. You gotta have, well, I guess you can blame her for, leaving college, cause, college in the US be expensive. Really, that's too bad. Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why does that face, Larry? What happened now? Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kian said she's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. She hasn't that coming, bud. Oh, yo, Edgy, there you are. Oh, yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Hey, Harry Boss, you come along to tonight, my treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that's questioning me. And when he says treat, that's not police stuff for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People giving money away to celebrate sometime. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot. Wow. 38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of large money that was stolen from Edgeworth in school? 38. No. No, Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, Mr. Wright? Larry was absent the day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. Well, think back to the day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came in school anyway. And and then he saw the money lying there, and then the rest is history. I never was good at history, hey? Ashworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspect I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day, and everyone else was saying you did it, and the whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When someone smells, it's usually the bats. I know. I'm really right, and I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. You know, Nick, it was 15 years ago, and don't you think the statute of limitation has run out, Mr. Ashworth? I say so, yes, and there you have it. But does that leave me? I could become a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death, the death sentence for both of you. And if only I had known, I would have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my father, and I thought I might be a criminal, and I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Ashworth. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up and take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. After that, dinner's on me. Detective Gansho took us out on the night that town, and we celebrated Ashworth's newfound freedom, and we even thought Ashworth himself was still in detention. December 29, 5:02 a.m. Write and call law offices. Well, I went a little overboard yesterday, and my head still hurts. Huh. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressed yesterday seeing you. It made me think about what I want to do here. And I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. And I wanted to help Mr. Ashworth too. And I wanted to help you, but I couldn't, and I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training, and I became a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. And I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Good night, bye, Nick. Goodbye, what time is it? The first train for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Maya! So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. Wow. I never could have saved Ashworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister. Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we would lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gunn should help, and Mr. Grosper, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped on karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. I guess, this thing, maybe? A bullet? Well, Kama was convinced that he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to the DLCs. Oh yeah, remember that that we were in the evidence room and then we got electrocuted in a previous stream. And she was the one who retrieved the bullet in the scuffle after getting tasered. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. There was a bullet that put an end to one karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So this is it. See you soon, Maya. Yeah. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn on a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't you think you graduated yet, amateur? Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rescind that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, are we... Did I get like the... Is that the credit? Hey pal, Mr. Edward came down to the prison to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop. Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Oh yeah, that's the first of the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Hi Nick. Now I haven't seen him lately. Homie, I've been working at the cheese shop. And that Miss is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call sheep. Oh yeah, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows, and I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright. The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. You should know I've taken over the management of the Gyakuten Hotel, and you should stop by, and please stop by. Oh yeah, it's the Gatewater Hotel, not the Watergate Hotel. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing, haven't seen him as of late. The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. And you know, everything like this is supposed to be straight. What is it? Yeah, she speaks really quickly, but I can't read that quickly. That's annoying. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit, and I show other Mr. Wright a great deal sniff. Oh, and I'll keep my face on public eye for the show is over. And I wouldn't want to ruin any kid streams, you know. And that guy grew up to be Japanese Wolverine. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold under the waterfall. And I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her a Pink Princess trading card. And she said she can buy them where she is and what kind of a place is she living at anyway. Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck out into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Oh, what a dog. It was kind of a chat for a boy of my tender age. Oh. I remember, right? The lawyer guy. Me, I'm turning to become a paranormal photographer. And you know, that picture I took everyone, well, it's just behind them. There's a ghost. And for real, now that's a talent, and I'm gonna be famous. Oh yeah, there's that girl there. There's Maya's sister, Mia. And this game was brought to you by Capcom. Alright, and then a brand new episode has been added. Alright, let me save our progress up to this point, and we'll start this. Well, and we'll just continue with this tomorrow. Oh yeah, you'll remember right over there, right?